Johns at the Carrier Dome for senior night. Early first half, the Cuse up 3. Chris Joseph. No, sir. Wes Johnson tips it in. Syracuse up 5. Ensuing possession. Andy Routens says, I'll take that. And you take this. Cuse out to a 7-point lead. Later first half, Syracuse up 3. Routens to Arinze Onuaku, the two 5-year seniors shining on their night. Orange up 5. 6 minutes remaining in the half. Routens, 3 more. His dad there to check it out. Onuaku's mom saw him play for the first time at Syracuse. It's all good on senior night. Syracuse up 12. Routens again, 4 for 9 on threes. Cuse up 15. Then later, Johnson, he had 13 on 5 for 10 shooting. The Orange up 16. Later, Wes Johnson inside to Onuaku. Big finish. Syracuse up 18. Season high 21 points and 8 rebounds for Onuaku. And look at this pass from Routens, leaving it for the big fella. Routens with 7 assists to go with his 14 points. The Orange up 19 and putting it away. So now it's time to get the bench warmers in. Brandon Reese in the game. He had 2 points on the season. He drains the 3 here, and he gets fouled as well. And Jim Boeheim in the Syracuse bench enjoying that. Cuse takes the Big East regular season title. Routens said, I can't think of a better way to go out. It may not be done yet, though. Syracuse not satisfied with reaching number 1 in the coaches poll for the first time, again, since winning the 03 National Championship. They went for the 15th time in their last 16 games to clinch their first outright Big East title since 1990-91.
Number 7, Ohio State hosting Illinois, banging in the Big Ten. Evan Turner, averaging just under 20 points and 9 boards a game. You know fans at Ohio State are like, yo, it ain't even no joke. Yeah, he's the man. They want him to be Naismith Player of the Year. First half, Evan's like, this is why. Have some. He had 16 points, Buckeyes up 5. But do you think Evan was hot in the first half? John Diebler was just donkey-dunk from the land of 3. For the season, Diebler shooting 41.3% from deep. For the game, kid was lights out. Delta Bravo to Foxtrot Charlie, request permission to fire. Delta Bravo, you are green to fire. Diebler, 5 of 8 from three-point land in the first half. Buckeyes lead at 37-33 at recess. Second half, Evan Turner struggling a little bit from the floor. This shot, that's just like ugly. That looks like one of Stan's jumpers. Okay, mine. I'm just kidding.
I don't remember you coming out to the YMCA in Bristol much, though.
Well, you know, Turner misses another jumper. So while he was struggling, John Diebler was not. Booyah! Diebler, 21 points, 7 of 14 from deep in the game. Second half, Buckeyes in control. This is the Turner that we know. Putting it in. He also added 12 boards to his 16 points. It might be his last regular season home game if he turns pro. Buckeyes win a share of the Big Ten regular season title. They take the game 73-57. It's their 3rd conference title in the last 5 seasons. Ohio State also first Big Ten school since 1957 to start 1-3 in the conference and then win the title.
All right, what about number 9, Villanova, coming off that loss to Syracuse on Saturday, trying to bounce back at Cincinnati. Late first half, Bearcats down 3. Deontay Vaughn sent him to the line as well. Vaughn had 14 in the first half. Cincinnati trying to keep their hopes alive. They were tied at the half. Later, Vaughn loses the handle. Taylor King gets the dunk, and Vaughn got the foul trying to make up for the turnover. Villanova up 8 at that point. Now, 7 minutes to go. Reggie Redding sets the screen for Scotty Reynolds. Watches 2 Cincinnati defenders go with Reynolds. That leaves Redding wide open. And if you know Scotty Reynolds, you know he's going to find Redding. Villanova 10 for 21 from long range. They led by as many as 16, but wait a minute. Here comes Cincinnati. They were just 7 for 30 on threes, but Vaughn hit that one. He had 18 on Bearcats senior night. Under 3 minutes to go, 3-point game. Lance Stevenson for the tie. Rashad Bishop out of nowhere. He had 19. Cincinnati within 1, but their defensive lapses would hurt him later. Look at Reynolds. 3 defenders surround him, and well, there's Redding open again. And I already told you, Scotty Reynolds will find him if he's open. Reynolds had 17 points, 5 assists. Nova hangs on, 77-73. 6 players in double figures.
Basketball highlight here in L.A., the first night of SportsCenter L.A., the night Carolina won the national title. Tuesday, he was hosting Miami at Tyler Hansbrough. They miss you. Tyler watching his boys trying to go for win number 2,000 for the school. Dexter Strickland taking it to the gate. That comes after the John Henson block. Heels up by 13. Second half, Miami coming back. Durant, Scott on the fast break. Yep. Scott had 29. Miami down 5. Under 4 to go. Canes down 4. Julian Gamble battling under the boards. Passes to Adrian Thomas with a three-point basket. Canes pull within 1, but Carolina's Deion Thompson started to play grown man ball. His final home game, Thompson had 14. Marcus Ginyard got some love on senior night. 2,000 wins for North Carolina. Under 30 seconds left in the game. Tigers down 2. Zaire Taylor. Ridiculous. Hits the acrobatic layup. We're going to overtime, tied at 61. All right, 15 clock ticks to go in the extra frame. Tigers down 2. Zaire Taylor again. That ties it at 67. Next Iowa State possession. Scott Christopherson pushing. Pass to LaRon Denby out of bounds. Missouri last chance. Taylor, righteous. Dude only shot 3 of 10, but you saw all 3. The last one, lights out, game winner. His name is Zaire. Teammates call him Za. Missouri wins it 69-67.
Just a bit. They've won 8 straight home games against Vanderbilt. Second half, Gators down 3. Kenny Boynton, no. Vernon Macklin, yes, and he means it. 21 points, 9 rebounds for Macklin. How about John Jenkins? Vanderbilt down 4, and Jenkins is taking the game into his own hands. 3 ball. And then just so you understand, 3 more. And then Jenkins again. Joker, and a triple. Jenkins 6 for 9 for three-point range. Florida just 2 for 13 on threes. 15 seconds to play. Gators down 2. There's Boynton open for 3, just misses. Vanderbilt gets the rebound and the win. Vols clinch it by the SEC tournament. Florida still looking for wins. Got Kentucky coming up. More bubble trouble. Louisville taking on Marquette. Either one of these teams could use a win here. Buzz Williams.
That's a blue jacket.
I don't really know about that look. Anyway, Maurice Aker with a three-pointer. Golden Eagles up 8. Second half, Marquette up 12. Off the miss, Joseph Fultz gets the offensive rebound and goes up strong. And look at Buzz Williams on the sideline. He's about to jump out of his blue jacket.
By the way, Buzz, that's Carolina blue. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, that's Marquette blue, too.
Okay, well.
You know, one of the colors in their color scheme.
Okay.
He might have been better with the darker navy, though. Lazar Hayward throwing down the big slam. Golden Eagles going to win it 69-48. So the coach can wear whatever he wants to wear.
Hey, dude, you shouldn't jump like that. Minnesota, another bubble team jumping at Michigan. Tubby Smith and the Gophers going to Ann Arbor. First half, Michigan up 2. Rodney Williams is about to break something off real proper. I mean, breaking it off proper like that's a true 360. Like my man got some bounce. And if Rodney's not at least top 3 in top plays,
that's got to be number 1. 360 in a game?
I'm saying if it's not top 3, I quit.
Got to be number 1.
One more look. And that's nice, but that's all Gopher highlights you're going to see. After that, Manny Harris finds Deshaun Sims. Sims at 23. Gophers playing sloppy. Justin Cobbs loses it. Harris grabs it all the way for the tough lane and the foul. He had 22 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. Later in the second half, Sims in-lay reverse the 4. Get it? Sims, 23 points, 6 boards. Wolverines going to win it 83-50. 6-game skid against Duke. There's John Shire and Grievous Vasquez, 2 of only 3 players in Division I to average at least 18 points and 5 assists per game. Shire misses the 3. Usually he's on it, but he came out cold. Shot just 1 for 6. Maryland goes the other way. Have some. Vasquez, 3 in transition. Terps step out to a 10-2 lead. Then Vasquez finds Eric Hayes cutting. Nice reverse layup. Hayes had 13. Next transition, Vasquez. No look to Jordan Williams, who brings every bit of the funk. Williams had 15 points, 11 boards. Vasquez, 4 assists in the first half. Saying this is the prettiest one of them. But Duke went on a run to end the half. Shire found his stroke and just started putting it down. Duke, a 12-2 run to pull within 2 at recess. Second half, under 6 minutes to play. We are tied at 60. Shire, off-balance 3. That puts Duke up 3. But next possession on cue, Vasquez is like, oh, yeah, you got that, John? All right. Well, I got this, son. That ties it back at 63. Under 4 to play, tied at 65. Vasquez just getting saucy. He had 20 points, Maryland up 2. Just over 2 to go. Duke still down 2. Shire's like, All right, game recognizes game. He had 19 points. We're tied at 69. Next Maryland possession. Sean Mosley misses the runner. Williams had his back. Maryland up 2 and 45 seconds to play. Grievous Vasquez, ridiculous. The one-handed runner. He said later, quote, "It was a tough shot, but it was meant to be." He added 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and then he invited all of his peeps to come out and join him on the floor. Party in Maryland. They party with the student body. Maryland beats Duke 79-72. In ending the 6-game skid against Duke, Maryland wins its 6th straight game overall. Both teams have one conference game left. They're tied now in the standings. Duke would be seeded number 1 in the ACC tournament if they finish tied in the standings. But on senior night, Vasquez wasn't concerned about all that.
Kansas State there to see Sherron Collins. And number 2, Kansas. Jayhawks can have the Big 12 title all to themselves with a win. Early on, Jayhawks come out of the gate strong. Collins has a pass deflected. Brady Morningstar stays with it. Touch pass to Markieff Morris. Jayhawks up 11 early. Later in the first, Jacob Pullen. He's touching the logo at half court. He's got no conscience, but he's got range. 15 first-half points for Pullen. Wildcats cut the lead to 6. Kansas going inside to Cole Aldridge. His only points of the half, so the Jayhawks up 11 without much from their big man. Denis Clemente misses the run-up. Look at Wally Judge come from nowhere. Wildcats down 7 at the half, though. Second half, more Kansas State down 3. Clemente, 45 apiece, 7 straight points for K-State to start the half, but Kansas would respond up 1. Big shot from Tyrell Reed to put Kansas back up 4. Later, they're up 8 and running. Collins to Xavier Henry, the freshman, a team high 19. Jayhawks up 10. Later, they go back inside. Aldridge hit the free throw after the foul, put the Jayhawks up 7. And then it's the senior Collins. They love him so much in Lawrence. 3-ball. Bang, bang, bang. His first of the game. Next possession for Kansas, it's Collins. Got him with the pump fake. Drives it, hits the runner. 17 points for him. Kansas rolls. Give him that trophy. Collins, 125 wins. No one's been a part of more at Kansas.
Number 6 Boilermakers hosting Indiana. The seniors with 98 wins, tied for the most by a 4-year class in school history. Early first half, senior Keaton Grant comes up with it all alone, but see what had happened. And Robbie Hummel clearly has empathy and sympathy written all over his face. Okay, maybe not. Later, Purdue on the break. 2 Indiana players don't notice senior Chris Kramer. They didn't know he was there. They should have. And Kramer, they think, looks like Chuck Norris, except that Norris turns 70 years old a week from today. Seriously. Later, Kramer finds Etwan Moore, jumper with a toe on the line. Kramer 6 assists, Moore 21 points, Purdue up 7. And then Kramer, man up, young man. He had a season high 18 and a final round of 5s for the Boilermaker faithful. Purdue wins it 74-55.
Number 3, Kentucky can clinch at least to share the SEC title and continue moving toward a spot on the top line for the NCAA tournament. Look who's there. It's Chuck. Early first half, Kentucky with a turnover. Ernie. That's terrible. That's terrible. Check it out again. Travis Leslie jumped from just inside the SEC logo. That's almost like Dominique Wilkins back in the day, and a fan remembers another Leslie dunk against Kentucky earlier in the season. In case you missed it, January 9th, the last time these teams met, Leslie putting it down on DeMarcus Cousins, who tried to take the charge, but
that wasn't wise.
6'4" Leslie, 6'11" Cousins, and Leslie won, but Kentucky won the game. All right, enough about dunks. Back to Wednesday's game. John Wall, you may have heard he's pretty good. One defender to beat, and he beat him. Here's what Charles Barkley had to say about Wall in his left hand.
He never really touched the ball with his right hand. Right. That was more impressive. Like, some guys can grab it with 2 hands, then dunk with their left. But to do it as quick as he did, there are very few people in the world can do that.
Wall had 24 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Kentucky up 4 at the half. Second half, their defense came out ready to play. Cousins with the rip. Kentucky with 8 steals and 12 blocks in the game. 12-0 run to start the second half. Then later off the steal, Wall. Because I'll take that. And you take this. Kentucky wins 80-68. The Cats claim a share of the SEC title. They're 44th. Mountain West with the regular season title on the line. You see the numbers between those two. BYU lost at home to New Mexico Saturday, so to stay alive for a piece of the conference title, they had to win at Utah. Michael Lloyd Jr. and the foul. BYU up 12 after the free throw. Now, he's only 6'1", uses a screen, gets matched up against 7'3" David Foster. But he does what he's supposed to do, take him to the rack, make him move his feet. BYU again up by 12. Then Lloyd Jr. matched up against the 6'11" Kim Tilly. So big man, take him to the basket. Lloyd had 18 points all in the first half. BYU up 12 at the break. Second half, Cougars still up 12. Brandon Davies, scoop layup in the foul. He had 21 points. Cougars win 71-51. But even with BYU's win, New Mexico could take the Mountain West with a win over TCU. That would be the Lobos' first outright title in a conference since they won the WAC 16 years ago. Darrington Hobson trying to get him there. He finished with 20 points. Lobos up 2 at the half. Second half, they're pulling away up 4. Nate Garth in transition to Will Brown for the big finish. 6-point game. They're starting to feel it at the pit. New Mexico's Roman Martinez takes over. 3-ball. Lobos up by 8. And then other side for Martinez, same result. It was Roman Martinez Day in New Mexico by order of Governor Bill Richardson on Wednesday. The Lobos up by 11. And when the governor recognizes you, you got to put on a show. 19 points for Martinez. He's New Mexico's only senior. Lobos win it. That's their 28th win. And they take the Mountain West 73-66. Both of them on the bubble. Notre Dame looking for a third straight win without Luke Harangody. He was in street clothes for senior night. May not play again due to a bone bruise in his knee. Torrey Jackson reversing it. Notre Dame down 1. Later, Notre Dame up 3. Shot clock running down. Jackson not working. Notre Dame up 5. Meanwhile, UConn's leading scorer Jerome Dyson was just one of those nights for him. 3-ball, won't go. Then off the inbounds, Dyson gets a look, misses the runner. 2 of 14 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3, finished with 10 points, and UConn needs a whole lot more than that from him if they're going to win. But they didn't win. Jackson said so. Look at him drive. Mom was there on senior day. That's my boy. Notre Dame up 10, and then off the tip pass, Jackson misses inside, but stays with it. 22 points for him. Mike Gray, Notre Dame get a huge win. UConn could be in trouble at 7-10 in the Big East. Notre Dame wins at 58-50.
Both Wake Forest and Florida State are on the proverbial bubble. Michael Snare and company hosting the Demon Deacons. First half, FSU up 7. Solomon Alabi gets the block. Snare tracks it down. And then he's just going to take it up and throw it down. He had 14 points. Seminoles lead by 6 at recess. Second half, Florida State up 1. Luke Laux feeds Xavier Gibson inside, and Gibson about brings down the rim. He had 10, FSU by 3. Later second half, Davidus Dual Keys comes up with the steal off the inbounds. He gets the layup. Wake Forest had 19 turnovers. FSU by 3, less than 15 seconds left. Wake down 2. Ari Stewart drives, but Derwin Kitchen tips it loose. Stewart has it tied up before he can get a shot off. Jump ball, possession arrow, Florida State. Game, Florida State, 51-47.
Memphis and UAB, both 12-3 in Conference USA, but that guarantees them only a spot on the bubble. UAB had won 4 in a row, help its chances, but Elliott Williams had that look in his eye. That's a long 2. He had 17. Memphis up 7. Second half, they're up 6. Willie Kemp, one of his 4 steals on the break, throwing it up for Williams. And he puts it in. Memphis up 8 as Kemp puts it in. Williams also had 5 assists and 9 rebounds, and Kemp had 6 points, but he was all over the highlight. Memphis wins it by 5. They held UAB to 32% shooting from the floor.
Ranked Pittsburgh at home against Providence. Pittsburgh clinches a double bye in the Big East tournament with a win. Second half, Brad Wanamaker to Ashton Gibbs. He is the 3. Wanamaker, double-double, 10 points, 13 assists. Providence went on a run. We're tied now. Marshawn Brooks forcing the turnover, head to Sherrod Curry, and look at Brooks. Great hustle, doesn't quit on the play, follows up, Providence up 2. Final minute, game tied. I didn't know Jermaine Dixon was Juan Dixon's brother until I watched that Duke-Maryland game on ESPN Wednesday night. Dixon had 24, Pitt up 2, 10 seconds left, we're tied. Wanamaker drives, pump fakes, finds space, can't get it. Scrum underneath for the rebound. There's a foul called, and Brian McKenzie's going to go look at Jamie Dixon. I can't believe it. Brian McKenzie to the line. He missed the first one. He hits the second one. So Providence is up 1. Pittsburgh's got 3.5 seconds left. What do you got, Jamie? He must have said, get it to Gibbs, and Ashton, please. 3, buzzer beater. You know, Providence didn't get a man in his face, and he puts it in the Friars mug. Career high, he ties with 25. Pittsburgh wins.
Michigan State can still get to share the Big Ten title, but they need wins in their final 2 games. First one Thursday against Penn State. Tom Izzo taking some notes during the Nittany Lions shoot-around. Second half, Chris Babb says, hey, Coach, is this in your notes? A steal, and gets it to his man Taylor Battle. Lions like, we're hanging in here. Down 1. Babb, 4 for 5 on threes. He had 16 points. Nittany Lions up 2, part of a 12-0 run for Penn State. Later in the second, Michigan State down 2. Raymond Morgan finds the birthday boy, Draymond Green, inside for the dunk. Green had 14 as he turned 20. Game tied at 62. Under 12 seconds to go now. Penn State down 4. Babb cutting it to 1. Another 3 ball, so it's a 1-point game now. 5 seconds to go. Morgan at the line. He made the first free throw to put the Spartans up 2. Then he misses. Battle's got the board, but he's no Ashton Gibbs. Can't get the shot off in time. Michigan State holds on. Izzo said afterwards, we found a way to win, and I'm not happy with the way we played. I'm thirsty for facts. Team had lost 2 of 3 at a really bad time. They met Richmond on Thursday. Second half, Dayton up 3, Richmond on the run. Chris Wright with a big block on Kevin Smith. Dayton going the other way. Paul Williams with the 3. And Dayton would take a 6-point lead. Just over 5 minutes to play. Flyers clinging to a 1-point lead. Game they really, really needed. David Gonzalez, though, scored 7 straight points to put Richmond up 2. He had 14 in the game. 53 seconds to go. Dayton down 4. Rob Lowry put him on the line as well. Dayton down just 1. 24 seconds to go. They're down 3. Chance to tie. Lowry gets it to Chris Johnson. Johnson not able to put it in. Richmond comes up with a loose ball. Painful loss for Dayton. They're flying the wrong way. They've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day is celebrated on the last Monday of January. That's what I read. And if
Bubble Wrap.
If that's true, we're bummed because we missed it. Andy Kennedy's Ole Miss Rebels. You're on the bubble. Taking on LSU. Chris Warren. He missed nothing in the first half. 3 from the corner, 3 from the wing, again from the corner, again from the wing. Chris Warren, 5 for 5 from the 3 in the first half. He finished with 22 points. 0 for 2 from the 3 in the second half. Come on, pick it up. Zach Graham misses the 3. You're no Chris Warren. Treacle White, board, dunk. He had 15. Ole Miss up 7. Terrence Henry to Murphy Holloway. Rebels close on a 14-4 run, 72-59. They've got 20 wins. Seton Hall needs wins and wins and wins and needs to start with winning at Rutgers, and Hall has not been strong on the road. First half, Seton Hall down early. Keon Lawrence drive pass to Herb Pope. High percentage. Rutgers is up 1. We're still in the first half. Seton Hall fast and loose with the basketball. Not good on the break. Dane Miller. Hamudi Njai. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks on senior night. Jeremy Hazel. Seton Hall up 6. It's the Seton Hall highlight. You can bet this kid's in it. The corner 3. He had 7 straight points there. The Hall up 9. He doesn't make them all. But when he misses that one, Pope says, I got you back. 22 points, 18 rebounds. Gonzo wins at Seton Hall, 85-74.
Trying to play its way out of the corner and into the tournament. Sun Devils had won 6 of 8. They had USC in Tempe. Marcus Simmons says, I'll take that. And you take this. USC down just 2. Trojans came in struggling on the road. Just 2-5 on the road. Marcus Johnson buries a 3. USC cuts it to 1. 2 ASU free throws put USC down 3. Dwight Lewis. His shot swatted by Eric Boateng. Great block by Boateng to seal the victory. Arizona State holds on to win 59-54. Maybe they're not done yet.
5 teams make the NCAA tournament. The first one in, Cornell. Big Red defeating Brown. Cornell taking the Ivy League title and the automatic bid to the tournament that comes with it. Cornell hitting an Ivy League record 23s in this game. Going to win it 95-76. In a week from Sunday, Cornell will learn who it plays in the tournament. First team in this season's tournament, Cornell, and it's their 3rd straight trip to the dance. Now, our Joe Lenardi, bracketologist, has the Big Red as a 10 or 11 seed. Cornell will look to win its first ever NCAA tournament game.